The 6 state elections just ended with PHBN coalition keeping Penang, Selangor and Negeri Sembilan, while Perikatan Nasional retained Kedah, Kelantan and Terengganu. However, it is significant that PN is the biggest winner from the poll, making major gains in the form of vote share in PHBN states. The Green Wave continued its momentum from the last GE to the state election, particularly in northern Selangor. In Kedah, PN won 33 out of 36 seats, an improvement from the 20 seats it held before the State Legislative Assembly was dissolved. PAS's spectacular showing at the election, however, could also spell trouble for the dynamics within the opposition coalition. Recent statements made by some PAS leaders have also indicated an openness by the Islamist party to revisit ties with their former ally UMNO. Are cracks starting to show in the PAS and Bersatu relationship? KiniTV spoke to two analysts, Dr. Azmil Tayeb and Dr. Azmi Hassan, to understand more about the matter.
I think more importantly is a way for PAS to show that who's the big brother within PN. Right? So I think if you remember from last year when this question came up and Muhyiddin said that no, every party is equal in PN. There's no big brother, small brother, but the reality is that PAS is the big brother in PN. PAS provides the machinery during election. So basically that's where the power is, within PN with PAS. And then also I think that's the PAS also has been emboldened since GE15, because I think it used to be that outside of the Malay heartlands, PAS tends to be not very popular. If you look in past elections, in Johor, Negeri Sembilan, Malacca, Selangor, PAS tends to be, hasn't really gotten any traction there.
And also important thing about the last state election is that what happened in Bayan Lepas, it demonstrates that for Bersatu and also Gerakan for their candidates to win, they need PAS supports. So in a way that it demonstrates that PAS is the kingmaker here, except that for the Perikatan Nasional as a coalition, the president is from Bersatu, which is Tan Sri Muhyiddin. And if you look at the number 2 position, also from Bersatu.
Both of the analyses agree that PAS is undisputedly in the driver's seat of Perikatan Nasional, and the Islamist party is not willing to play second fiddle to Bersatu. PAS now holds the chief ministerial post in 4 states, the other being the northernmost state of Perlis. Bersatu, on the other hand, does not hold any chief minister position. Notably, there are changes in the state exco allocation, particularly in Kedah, which aroused dissatisfaction among the state Bersatu. Earlier, Kedah Bersatu was reportedly unhappy with the 3 exco positions allocated compared to the 5 positions given in the previous term. What does this mean?
Well, it reflects how influential PAS is, not only in Kedah, but if you relate it what transpired in Kelantan and also Terengganu, well, what makes Perikatan Nasional so extractive is not Bersatu. It is PAS. Why the migration from UMNO Malay supports and also partly from UMNO Malay Pakatan Harapan support is because of PAS. Because by being rhetoric, especially PAS, they like to be rhetoric, saying that the Malays are under attack, Islam, the religion, is under attack. It makes PAS so attractive to the Malay voters. And the result of the state election clearly shows that. So what happened in the Kedah lineup exco, Bersatu from 5, they got state exco reduced to 3 currently. It just shows that the politics of PAS is very apparent. that they are the pilot in Perikatan Nasional, not Bersatu.
But in the last election G15 and also the state election, we can see PAS has been making inroads, right, in PN particularly, but PAS, the PAS candidates now openly campaigning as PAS candidates. Now, they're making inroads in these areas that that used to be stronghold of UMNO, right? They feel like, okay, that we can, we're not really dependent on Bersatu to contest in UMNO, in former UMNO strongholds. So we can contest there on our own and still win, and win big, which they did. So I think so it's just a way of showing that Bersatu is almost negligible within PN, especially now when Bersatu is no longer part of the federal government. It used to be that they provide the funding and PAS provide the machinery, but that's no longer the arrangement. Now PAS still has the machinery, but Bersatu does not have the financial wherewithal, to support the coalition. So all the power is with PAS now. So that's clearly shows in the Kedah Exco selection.
Analysts believe that as PAS continues to align itself with PN and Bersatu, differing ideologies and priorities between the two parties could lead to disagreement and conflicts within the coalition. 3 weeks after the state elections, PAS Deputy President Tuan Ibrahim Tuan Man said the party is ready to work with UMNO once again through Pakatan Nasional, but not with leaders who are deemed willing to team up with DAP. However, UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi responded by saying that the Malay Party does not intend to revisit cooperation with scheming parties and leaders. Not long after that, Kedah Menteri Besar Muhammad Sanusi Mat Noor made a bold claim that any political cooperation in the country would not succeed without PAS involvement, as the party is a kingmaker in Malaysia's political scene.
Saya rasa kalau tidak melibatkan PAS secara serius, dia tidak akan ke mana-mana. Dia semua gerakan politik di Malaysia ini pada hari ini, dia mesti melibatkan PAS. Kingmaker. Kalau Zahid nak buat apa-apa pun, kalau tidak melibatkan PAS, tidak akan berjaya menyambung hayat politik dia. Dia sedang nazak tu. UMNO sedang mengalami krisis di bawah Datuk Seri Zahid. Ya, saya harap dia sedarlah perkara itu.
So how does the lopsided relationship impact PAS, Bersatu and Gerakan within Perikatan Nasional?
I think it affects Bersatu more than PAS, especially now because Bersatu has always been dependent on PAS's machinery. Right, so PAS is known for its grassroots network, its volunteers. It's a movement, right? So Bersatu is a relatively new political party. It doesn't have it's a splinter of UMNO, so it does not have the same kind of grassroots network. It might tap into the UMNO grassroots network, but still it's nowhere near what PAS has. So in this case, it's a lopsided relationship, right? It's never equal to begin with, and now it's becoming the gap, becoming bigger and bigger, between PAS and Bersatu. Seems like Bersatu needs PAS so much more than PAS needs Bersatu. As I mentioned before, PAS, I think now it feels emboldened. That it can put up its own candidate, in like Selangor or Negeri Sembilan or Johor. I mean, we shall see later on, in Johor, in other places. And it's not like back in the days, when PAS, didn't do well in these states, especially in the southern states. Yeah, but now it feels like the time has changed. the state election results have shown that, more Malays outside of the Malay heartlands, the north and northeastern states, becoming more accepting, more receptive of PAS. So that's what we're seeing now. And then so PAS thinks, why would I need Bersatu then? I can just put my own candidate there and still win.
If PAS going solo, for example, then PAS will be labeled as an extremist party, extreme in terms of their view on religion and also their view on race. So they need somehow or rather bersatu. But again, bersatu in terms of attracting not only the Malay voters, but also attracting the non-Malay voters, bersatu is not much of a help. Much so for Gerakan. Gerakan also cannot really attract the non-Malay voters. So when you are talking about the composition of Perikatan Nasional, I think Perikatan Nasional need another ally, an ally that can attract the non-Malay voters. As I mentioned before, to depend on Bersatu to attract non-Malay voters, not much help. Similar with Gerakan. So I guess it will remain Perikatan Nasional is Gerakan, Bersatu, and also PAS. But if they are going at the national level, they need to rethink their strategies.
9 months after GE15, PAS continues to dominate the political discourse by claiming that they have the power to change the nation's political landscape. On August 28, PAS President Abdul Hadi Awang said a strong showing in the upcoming Pulai parliamentary seat and Simpang Jeram state seat by-elections could trigger a change in the federal government. After successfully denying the two-third majority in Selangor, the twin by-elections in Johor will test whether the so-called green wave will finally hit Malaysia's southern shores. Will PAS once again outshine Bersatu and PN Chairman Muhyiddin Yassin, this time in his own state? We just have to wait and see. PI Nadia for KiniTV.